audience would love to understand what has been your background, how has been your AI journey, right? I mean, you have been one of those who started very early AI, right, back in 90s, if I remember correctly. So, would love to understand what has your journey been like.
Yeah, I actually started doing AI in 2000, and I sort of stumbled into doing AI. I'm a physicist by training. In fact, a theoretical physicist. I was working on quantum gravity problems in the late 90s. And at that time, the Human Genome Project, this was in early 2000, the Human Genome Project had just been announced. And with that, there was a wave of interesting mathematical, computational, quantitative problems that came into biology because of the explosion of data surrounding the Human Genome Project. And so there was a huge rush in the United States to recruit people with mathematical backgrounds into biology. And I was very interested in biology at the time. I had started reading some biology on the side, and I was particularly intrigued by one book by Dana Ballard, which is I think came out in the early 90s, called Introduction to Natural Computing. And that's what the field of artificial intelligence was called at the time. It was called, at least AI as we know it today. I don't mean AI in terms of recursion and so on, but more learning from data, or trying to mimic what the brain does, which is in a sense learning from data. It's not just that, but in a sense it's learning from data. And there was a realization that maybe machines could learn from data in the same way that the human brain does, or in a similar manner. And there was this very nice book which I would still recommend people to go back and read, because it shows you how the field has evolved and shows you some of the early seminal ideas. And that book absolutely fascinated me. And I thought, this is an area that I want to work in. And coincidentally, I started a postdoc in biology at the time. And my postdoc advisor said, he gave me a problem to work on, which was essentially protein structure prediction. I didn't know anything about proteins. I didn't know anything about structure, and I didn't know anything about prediction, except, of course, what you learn as a physicist about prediction, which is very different from statistical prediction, which is what we do in AI. And so I asked him, how do I get started? And he said, well, there's this person at University College London called Geoffrey Hinton, and you may want to join his group for a while and figure out what to do and learn some machine learning.